Ryan Drake leaned back against the sleek Xivani console, arms folded, flashing the cocky grin that usually landed him in trouble. Ambassador Tessa Grayson shot him a tired glare. Really, Drake? This again? Ryan shrugged, voice dripping innocence. Come on, Ambassador, who else is going to show these lovely blue ladies humanity's best asset? She scowled. What's that exactly? Your overconfidence or your mouth? Both, he replied with a wink. But mostly my charm. Tessa groaned. Don't embarrass humanity. Too late. Ryan grinned. It's practically my second job. The door hissed open, and 3 tall, strikingly attractive Xivani women entered. Their flawless cerulean skin shimmered under bright laboratory lights, and Ryan straightened instantly. Suddenly his joke wasn't feeling so casual. You must be Ryan Drake, purred the tallest one, stepping close enough to make him swallow nervously. Her eyes glinted with excitement, thoroughly scanning him up and down. Guilty? Ryan managed. She laughed gently, an innocent sound with troubling undertones. Humor! Delightful. I'm Kala Zari's lead researcher. Our mating test simulation is ready for your participation. About that, he said, awkwardly rubbing his neck. This isn't gonna hurt, is it? You know us humans, we bruise easy. Kala's smile widened mischievously. Only your pride, perhaps. Fantastic. Ryan chuckled, hoping it sounded braver than he felt. Because my pride heals fast. She stepped aside, gesturing to a soft, reclining platform. Please remove your outer garments and take position. Wow, straight to business? Ryan joked weakly, slipping off his jacket. Not even dinner first? Kala tilted her head curiously. Our nourishment is afterward. Humans prefer it reversed? Ryan coughed awkwardly. Never mind. Just a joke. His face flushed red, heat climbing as he stripped down to the undershirt and boxers, trying not to cringe at the amused gazes following his every move. He reclined, wiggling nervously. So, do I just lie here and think maternal thoughts, or? Kala pressed the control, leaning over him with a disturbingly gentle smile. Relax, Ryan. Soon you'll feel sensations you've never imagined. Before Ryan could protest, the simulator activated. His body jolted sharply, and he instantly felt oddly bloated. A wave of nausea hit him, his mouth suddenly sour. Oh God, is morning sickness immediate? He gagged, blinking rapidly. Because breakfast wants a dramatic exit. Kala calmly took notes, fascinated. Your reaction is surprisingly robust. Robust is one word for it. He groaned. Horrifyingly vivid is another. A new sensation arrived, sharp back pain. Ryan winced dramatically, twisting uncomfortably. Is this necessary? I'm pretty sure men skip this part normally. Our simulation emphasizes empathy, she assured him gently, glancing at her colleagues. You must fully appreciate what females endure. Oh, believe me, Ryan said, voice strained. Empathy achieved. Respect multiplied. His stomach growled aggressively, triggering new embarrassment. And now, apparently, I'm hungry? You're experiencing pregnancy cravings, Kala explained clinically. What does your body desire? Ryan paused, eyes widening in horror. Pickles dipped in chocolate sauce. Also pancakes. Maybe spaghetti topped with ice cream? Kala smiled warmly, scribbling notes. Human cravings are fascinatingly illogical. Wait till you see human maternity wear. Ryan muttered, clutching his belly dramatically. Does this thing simulate maternity pants? Because I think I'm about to pop a button. She laughed, clearly charmed. Your humor is captivating. Many males find this overwhelming. Oh, trust me, it is, Ryan admitted, fanning himself dramatically. But humans joke through pain. Suddenly, he jerked upright, gasping theatrically. Ow! Something just kicked! Kala looked delighted. You're experiencing the sensation of fetal movement. Ryan's eyes bugged out. There's kicking? How many imaginary babies am I carrying? 2. she replied cheerfully. We wanted an authentic test. Twins? Ryan cried, mock despairingly. I wasn't emotionally prepared for one imaginary child. You're performing splendidly, Kala assured warmly. The sensors indicate extraordinary fertility and nurturing traits. Ryan blinked, choking a laugh. I'm sorry, extraordinary fertility? Did I just win pregnancy? She smiled proudly, nodding seriously. Precisely. Your empathy, nurturing instinct, and physical adaptability are off the charts. He gaped comically. Are you saying I'm basically the best at being pregnant? The best we've recorded, yes. Ryan groaned, slumping dramatically. Great. My talent finally revealed, perfect fake pregnancy. My mother will be so proud. Kala gently touched his arm, voice soothing yet suggestive. We must deeply probe these remarkable results. He froze, eyes widening comically. Deep probe? Could we clarify exactly what that means? Because humans prefer their probing metaphorical. Simply thorough medical tests, she clarified, amusement sparkling in her eyes. But your confusion is adorable. Oh, Ryan sighed exaggeratedly. Right, medical tests. Sure, let's pretend I wasn't terrified. She chuckled gently, leaning closer, voice lowered playfully. Don't worry. I promise to be very gentle. Ryan swallowed again, cheeks burning brighter than ever. Comforting. The simulator finally powered down, leaving him dizzy and breathless. Kala reached out, helping him sit up. Ryan's head spun, hands dramatically pressed to his abdomen. Well, he joked weakly. That's officially the weirdest thing I've volunteered for. You performed beautifully. Kala praised genuinely. We must immediately inform the council. The council? Ryan repeated, eyes wide. As in, make this embarrassment official? She nodded brightly, excitement evident. Absolutely. You represent humanity's astounding potential as mates and nurturers. Ryan's jaw dropped again. I'm humanity's breeding champion? She nodded proudly. Indeed. You've demonstrated remarkable traits. Ryan blinked rapidly, then laughed helplessly. This was supposed to be a joke. How did I end up the face of intergalactic fertility? Kala smiled warmly. Humans have fascinating ways of exceeding expectations. Ryan shook his head ruefully, laughing softly. Great. My reward for joking too much is interstellar fame as a pregnant man. She squeezed his shoulder reassuringly. Relax, Ryan. You're about to become very popular here. He exhaled dramatically, looking heavenward in mock despair. Just my luck. Ryan slumped in the observation chair, arms crossed protectively over his still tender abdomen. Ambassador Tessa glared at him, eyes blazing with frustration. Did you seriously become humanity's intergalactic daddy champion? She demanded sharply. Was "don't embarrass us" too vague? Ryan shrugged defensively, pouting dramatically. It seemed harmless. How was I supposed to know I'd set alien maternity records? She leaned closer, voice a furious whisper. You promised you'd keep a low profile. Technically, Ryan said sheepishly, I'm more popular for my profile being unusually swollen. Tessa sighed deeply, squeezing the bridge of her nose. They're calling you the galaxy's most fertile breeder. This isn't a dating app. Ryan groaned. Believe me, Ambassador, my dating profile didn't list superfertile as a skill. The lab doors slid open, and Kala strode gracefully toward Ryan, glowing with pride. The council reviewed your results, she announced cheerfully. They've never seen nurturing scores this impressive. Ryan's jaw dropped. Wait, scores? Indeed, she replied excitedly. You've demonstrated fertility and empathy at unprecedented levels. Ambassador Tessa raised an eyebrow. Empathy? Ryan? I was surprised too, Ryan muttered defensively. Apparently, bloating and cravings unlock my sensitive side. Kala smiled gently, reaching out to squeeze Ryan's shoulder reassuringly. Your modesty is charming. Our entire species finds you fascinating. Ryan chuckled nervously, inching back slightly. Great. First time I've gone viral for pregnancy. Tessa folded her arms sternly. Please clarify exactly what this means. Calla brightly tapped her tablet, pulling up holographic charts displaying Ryan's data. Ryan's reproductive suitability is exceptional. His simulated maternal instincts, hormone responses, and physical resilience scored beyond known parameters. Ryan squinted comically at the numbers. Resilient hormones? Should I be proud or horrified? Both, Tessa replied dryly. Mostly horrified. Calla laughed warmly, oblivious to their sarcasm. Precisely why the council insists we conduct further probing examinations. Ryan choked dramatically, eyes bulging. You keep using that word, probing, but I'm still uncomfortable. She smiled innocently. It's merely thorough medical evaluation. Human anatomy fascinates us. He coughed awkwardly. Can we keep my anatomy theoretical? Unfortunately, no, Calla said cheerfully. Physical validation ensures your scores aren't anomalies. Ryan shifted nervously. So now I'm getting physically validated? Feels invasive. Tessa sighed deeply. Try not to enjoy yourself too much, Ryan. Enjoy? He squeaked. Ambassador, this is humiliation dressed as admiration. Calla glanced between them curiously. Are humans typically uncomfortable discussing reproductive capacity? Only when aliens are scoring us. Ryan muttered wryly. It's usually private. Fascinating, Calla noted eagerly. Yet you volunteered openly? Ryan groaned dramatically. Volunteered, yes. Planned Parenthood celebrity? Definitely no. Calla chuckled. Your humor under stress is very endearing. He smirked bitterly. It's called coping. Humans excel at unusual coping strategies. Calla agreed warmly, clearly fascinated. We find your species quite charming. Thanks? Ryan winced uncertainly. Though charming wasn't my intention. Tessa cleared her throat firmly. Exactly how long are these evaluations going to take? Only one lunar cycle, Calla assured casually. Approximately a human month. A month? Ryan exclaimed in disbelief. That's one heck of a follow-up. Indeed, she replied earnestly. We must verify thoroughly. It's an honor, really. Funny because it feels like punishment. Ryan muttered dramatically. A month-long maternity nightmare. She laughed gently, misunderstanding him again. Exactly. Your vivid description of parenthood makes your results even more valuable. Terrific, Ryan groaned. I accidentally became the galaxy's favorite dad influencer. Precisely, she replied cheerfully, completely missing his sarcasm. Your public following exploded overnight. My what exploded? Ryan asked, eyes wide in panic. Calla quickly clarified, smiling warmly. Your popularity, Ryan. You're trending across the Zivanii networks. Ryan cringed visibly. Please tell me that's not as embarrassing as it sounds. She tapped her screen, bringing up colorful, animated messages flooding in. Ryan leaned in, then recoiled in embarrassment, cheeks reddening deeply. One message stood out prominently. Ryan, your fertile spirit inspires us all. Come demonstrate personally. Personal demonstrations? Ryan gasped, mortified. This is fan mail? Calla nodded proudly. You're a celebrity, beloved for your reproductive prowess. Ryan stared helplessly at Tessa. Ambassador, I'm being objectified for fertility. Do something. Like what? She snapped dryly. Set parental controls? Ryan groaned pitifully. I'm getting offers to show off my nurturing in person. Calla's eyes glittered innocently. Fascinating, isn't it? So many eager to meet you intimately. Ryan swallowed nervously. Define intimately? One-on-one interactions, she clarified innocently. Discussing your skills in depth. He relaxed slightly. Oh. Just talking? She nodded innocently, then smiled mischievously. Though some expressed interest in exploring your skills physically. Ryan immediately reddened deeper. Ambassador, please help. Tessa folded her arms sternly, voice dripping sarcasm. Perhaps they'll make statues in your honor. Ryan Drake, father of humanity. Ryan's eyes widened dramatically. Please, no statues. I don't want my imaginary pregnancy immortalized. Kala touched his hand gently, voice sincere. Ryan, our species admires your open vulnerability. My open what? Ryan stammered awkwardly. Your emotional honesty. She clarified sweetly. Your vulnerability captivates everyone. Great. Ryan sighed theatrically. I'm not only fertile, I'm emotionally available. Precisely, Kala said cheerfully. Humans exhibit emotional depth beyond any species we've encountered. Ryan raised an eyebrow skeptically. Has anyone else accidentally signed up for alien maternity fame? No, Kala admitted brightly. You're quite unique. Perfect, Ryan deadpanned. Unique is code for deeply embarrassing. Exactly, she replied excitedly. You're learning to embrace this. Ryan groaned, slumping deeper into his chair. Ambassador, how did joking about pregnancy become my full-time job? She smirked coldly. Karma. He glared weakly. You're enjoying this way too much. Maybe, she admitted dryly. Consider this diplomatic payback. Ryan exhaled dramatically. Great. My punishment for bad jokes, endless probing and celebrity pregnancy. Kala squeezed his shoulder reassuringly again. Cheer up, Ryan. You'll adapt. Humans always do. Ryan sighed deeply, accepting defeat. I suppose if humanity's legacy is my imaginary babies, I'll do my best. She smiled brightly. Excellent attitude. Your nurturing continues to amaze. Ryan shook his head ruefully. Ambassador, please explain this to Earth gently. Tessa smirked, thoroughly amused. Ryan, humanity thanks you deeply for your sacrifice. Ryan laughed bitterly, eyes closed in resignation. Just my luck. Ryan stood awkwardly, tugging at his shirt, as Kala gently guided him into the brightly lit evaluation chamber. Behind him, Ambassador Tessa wore a smug grin, clearly enjoying his humiliation. He shot her a pleading look. Just smile, Ryan, she advised dryly. Pretend it's your baby shower. Thanks for nothing, he mumbled bitterly. Kala, oblivious to his sarcasm, cheerfully began preparations. She patted a sleek metallic device, humming softly in approval. This equipment ensures we explore every inch of your reproductive excellence. Every inch? Ryan squeaked, face crimson. Can we keep the exploration figurative? Relax, she soothed playfully. It's perfectly safe, deep but gentle. He swallowed hard, pulse racing at the suggestive ambiguity. Deep but gentle? Now you're definitely teasing me. She tilted her head innocently, eyes twinkling. Humans enjoy playful teasing, correct? Ryan exhaled sharply. Not when medical equipment's involved. She laughed, genuinely amused. You're delightfully anxious. It's adorable. Yeah, adorable is exactly how I want to be described. Ryan groaned sarcastically. Right after fertile. Kala gently positioned him beside the device. We simply verify your body's adaptability under pressure. Ryan snorted. Adaptability under pressure? Sounds like my entire dating history. She chuckled again, noting something on her tablet. Interesting. Your humor masks genuine stress. Humans invented humor specifically to mask stress. Ryan clarified. We're professional deniers. Kala brightened instantly. Wonderful insight. Your species becomes more intriguing every moment. Glad my panic's entertaining. Ryan sighed theatrically. She tapped the console, activating the evaluation process. Immediately, gentle pulses tingled along Ryan's body, causing him to tense visibly. Oh! He gasped, startled. Is tingling normal? Yes, Kala reassured sweetly. It's measuring hormonal response. Ryan chuckled nervously. Hormonal response? At least buy me dinner first. She smiled curiously. You frequently reference dining rituals. Is food integral to human mating? Extremely. Ryan joked weakly. Food and awkward conversation. She nodded thoughtfully. Humans are truly complex. Mostly confused, Ryan admitted bitterly. Especially now. The pulses intensified slightly, making Ryan squirm uncomfortably. He inhaled sharply, voice tight with mock irritation. This machine better not propose afterward. No proposals, Kala laughed warmly. But results could make you incredibly desirable. Oh, fantastic, Ryan groaned dramatically. More intergalactic admirers? Precisely, she agreed cheerfully. Your reproductive prowess is gaining attention rapidly. Please stop saying prowess, Ryan begged comically. It makes me sound predatory. Predatory? She asked innocently. We meant impressively skilled. Ryan sighed dramatically. Your flattery isn't helping my embarrassment. She smiled reassuringly. Human embarrassment is endearing. It demonstrates humility. Great, Ryan muttered sarcastically. Now humility's on my dating profile. She giggled softly, still noting data. Suddenly an alarm beeped, making Ryan stiffen anxiously. Wait, alarms? Am I breaking something? No, she soothed warmly. It indicates your hormonal adaptability's incredibly high. He squinted skeptically. Hormonal adaptability? That sounds dangerously close to moody. Kala laughed gently. Your hormones respond dynamically, ideal for nurturing offspring. Oh good, Ryan deadpanned. I'm officially emotionally unstable enough to raise imaginary kids. She tilted her head curiously. Is emotional instability common in human parenting? Ryan nodded solemnly. Practically mandatory. Kala's eyes sparkled mischievously. We must study this further. Ryan's expression turned comically fearful. Please, no more studies. My dignity's already questionable. Yet your charm remains high, Kala complimented sweetly. Fascinating balance. He groaned loudly, dramatically slumping forward. Great. Now charm and instability define me. She lightly tapped his shoulder reassuringly. Your reactions are highly educational. You mean hilarious. Ryan sighed, half smiling bitterly. Yes, precisely, she exclaimed cheerfully. Your delightful entertainment. Ryan shook his head ruefully. Ambassador, you're awfully quiet. Tessa smiled smugly. I'm savoring your public humiliation. Thanks, he muttered sarcastically. Always reliable. The pulses shifted again, and Ryan flinched visibly, grabbing the edge of the device. Okay, that tickles. Why does pregnancy involve tickling? It simulates nerve sensitivity, Kala explained innocently. Ryan sighed dramatically. Nerve sensitivity? That's putting it mildly. She laughed brightly. You manage discomfort amusingly well. Thanks, he muttered darkly. My specialty's comedic suffering. She chuckled warmly, clearly charmed. Your species consistently surprises us. Ryan forced a weak grin. Yeah, humanity's basically endless comic relief. Not at all, she reassured sweetly. Your nurturing traits are genuinely exceptional. He groaned loudly. Fantastic. Exceptional nurturing on my tombstone. She giggled again, gently touching his hand. Your vulnerability truly endears you. My vulnerability again? Ryan said, mock offended. Sounds suspiciously like weakness. Not weakness, she corrected brightly. Strength through openness. Right, Ryan sighed. Openness. Sure. The evaluation finally ended, and Ryan stepped away, dramatically rubbing his tingling arms. Please tell me I passed this humiliation test. Excellently, Kala praised warmly. You exceeded expectations again. Ryan exhaled dramatically. Ambassador, I'm starting to suspect this test was rigged. Tessa smirked coldly. Or you're naturally gifted at pregnancy. Ryan shot her a bitter glare. Gifted at imaginary pregnancy, my parents will be thrilled. Kala smiled reassuringly. They should be proud. Your potential's impressive. Ryan sighed theatrically. Great. Proudly fertile. Precisely. She agreed cheerfully. We're eager for the Council's full report. Ryan groaned dramatically. Please don't tell Earth my imaginary parenting skills. Tessa laughed dryly. Too late. Your reputation's gone interstellar. Perfect. Ryan muttered bitterly. Infamous as humanity's most fertile pilot. Kala gently squeezed his shoulder reassuringly again. Relax. Your fame's beneficial. Ryan laughed bitterly, head tilted comically heavenward. Beneficial for alien entertainment, sure. Tessa chuckled smugly. Ryan, you volunteered. Consider this poetic justice. Ryan nodded solemnly, exaggeratedly resigned. My reward for joking, intergalactic humiliation. Kala brightly stepped closer, sincerity evident. Humans possess extraordinary potential, Ryan. He smiled weakly, voice mockingly heroic. Well, someone had to accidentally represent humanity's imaginary pregnancy skills. Precisely, she replied cheerfully. You'll adapt beautifully. Ryan sighed deeply, comically defeated. Ambassador, remind Earth gently that I sacrificed my dignity. She smirked dryly. Humanity's gratitude is immense. Ryan shook his head bitterly, eyes rolling skyward dramatically. Just my luck. Ryan shifted nervously under the intense gaze of the Zivanii Council members, whose fascinated blue faces stared with unnerving admiration. Ambassador Tessa stood confidently beside him, barely suppressing her smug amusement. Ryan Drake, a stately Zivanii elder announced dramatically. Your test results have captivated our society. Your remarkable reproductive and nurturing prowess demands further demonstration. Ryan swallowed audibly, raising a hesitant hand. Wait, demonstration? Please tell me you mean verbally, not literally. Kala stepped forward, smiling warmly. We simply ask that you publicly share your uniquely human parenting strategies. Ryan chuckled bitterly. Strategies? My only strategy involves panic and improvisation. Another council member eagerly leaned forward. Precisely. Your spontaneous instincts are exactly what we find intriguing. Human adaptability is unmatched. Ryan exhaled sharply, shooting Ambassador Tessa a desperate glance. Ambassador, a little help? Tessa shrugged innocently. I believe your exact words were, what's the worst that could happen? Ryan sighed dramatically. Well, apparently this. The elder smiled gently. Please demonstrate typical human parental interactions. Ryan awkwardly cleared his throat. Sure. Parenting 101, human style. Step 1. Pretend you know what you're doing. The aliens nodded eagerly, scribbling notes. One whispered excitedly. Pretending competence, brilliant. Ryan rubbed his neck nervously. Then comes discipline, mostly empty threats. Don't make me count to 3, usually works wonders. Another alien murmured appreciatively. Numerical intimidation, fascinating approach. Ryan's confidence slowly grew, voice theatrically paternal. Humans also rely heavily on bribery. Candy, toys, anything to negotiate peace. The council looked astonished. You openly bribe offspring? Ryan shrugged guiltily. Constantly. Parenting's basically sanctioned corruption. The elder smiled approvingly. Such creative manipulation. Please continue. Ryan dramatically gestured. Then there's bedtime. Human children fear sleep, so we read fairy tales, terrifying stories disguised as morality lessons. One counselor gasped softly. You scare offspring into compliance? Absolutely. Ryan joked proudly. Monsters hiding under beds, that's parenting gold. The Zivanii murmured excitedly, clearly impressed. Ryan leaned toward Tessa, whispering dryly. Ambassador, they're taking notes on how bad the humans parent. Tessa smirked coldly. Congratulations. Humanity's finest father figure. Ryan groaned theatrically. My tombstone again. The elder rose solemnly. Ryan Drake, your practical parenting wisdom has deeply impressed us. Human parental techniques must be shared throughout our society. Ryan blinked incredulously. Wait, seriously? My lazy parenting just became interstellar educational material? Kala nodded warmly, eyes sparkling. Precisely. Your flaws make you exceptional. Ryan sighed dramatically, glancing skyward. Perfect. Exceptionally flawed fatherhood. The elder smiled encouragingly. Your approach demonstrates humanity's greatest strength, adaptive ingenuity. Ryan forced a weak smile. Adaptive ingenuity. Sounds much better than parental bribery. Ambassador Tessa stepped forward smoothly. Humanity appreciates this opportunity. Perhaps Ryan could formally teach your citizens? Ryan's eyes widened in panic. Ambassador teaching? Seriously? She smiled slyly. Consider it an apology to humanity. The council eagerly agreed. An excellent suggestion. Ryan Drake, we appoint you official human parental ambassador. Ryan groaned loudly, dramatically slumping forward. Great. Now I'm a fertility icon and parental instructor. Kala squeezed his shoulder gently. Relax, Ryan. Your accidental wisdom is charming. Accidental wisdom? Ryan repeated bitterly. Exactly how I imagined becoming famous. The elder continued confidently. We believe humanity's unique parenting could transform Zivanii society. Ryan exhaled dramatically. Fantastic. My incompetence revolutionizes alien childcare. Ambassador Tessa nodded approvingly. Ryan, your accidental diplomacy is astonishing. Ryan shot her a bitter glare. My reward for making pregnancy jokes, forced intergalactic parenthood lectures. Kala smiled reassuringly. Your species consistently surprises us. Your humor, resilience, and emotional complexity are truly remarkable. Ryan sighed theatrically. Great. Now humanity's known galaxy-wide for emotional chaos. The elder approached respectfully, placing a medal ceremonially around Ryan's neck. We officially honor you as humanity's representative of fertility and nurturing. Ryan stared incredulously at the gleaming medal. Fertility medals? Seriously? Tessa chuckled smugly. Congratulations, Ryan. Intergalactic Dad of the Year. Ryan groaned dramatically. This is Karma's cruelest joke. Kala laughed warmly, gently touching his arm. Relax. We adore your unique vulnerability. Vulnerability again. Ryan muttered sarcastically. Humans should trademark emotional chaos. The elder smiled approvingly. We hope your experience encourages further human Zivanii cooperation. Ryan sighed deeply, forcing resignation. If embarrassment counts as cooperation, sure. Tessa nodded smoothly. Humanity eagerly anticipates deeper bonds. Ryan eyed her suspiciously. Please, Ambassador, choose your words carefully. She smirked innocently. My apologies. Deeper diplomatic connections. Ryan exhaled loudly, eyes rolling dramatically. Perfect. Now everything's deeper. Kala squeezed his shoulder warmly. Your bravery and humor have created lasting bonds between our species. Bravery? Ryan laughed weakly. Mostly panic disguised as bravery. She giggled brightly. Precisely why it's genuine. Ryan shook his head ruefully. Ambassador, when Earth hears this, please mention bravery before fertility. Tessa smiled dryly. Humanity's already preparing your parental statue. Ryan groaned theatrically. Please, no statues. Especially pregnant. The elder stepped forward again, proudly addressing everyone. Ryan Drake's accidental discovery has forever altered our cultural perception of parenting and fertility. Ryan chuckled bitterly, voice mockingly heroic. Glad my humiliation benefits intergalactic understanding. Kala smiled gently. Humanity's accidental brilliance is remarkable. Accidental brilliance, Ryan repeated bitterly. That's humanity's new slogan. Tessa smirked coldly. Ryan, your service will inspire future generations. Ryan sighed dramatically. Fantastic. My imaginary pregnancy inspires humanity's legacy. The council stood, applauding warmly. Ryan bowed awkwardly, cheeks flushed. Thank you, I guess, for honoring my humiliating accident. Kala gently laughed. Your modesty is delightful. Delightful modesty, Ryan muttered sarcastically. Better than humiliating fertility. Ambassador Tessa leaned close, whispering smugly. Ryan, you just single-handedly secured interspecies friendship. He exhaled dramatically, eyes rolling heavenward comically. Just my luck.